In today's video, we are going to be doing some goal setting for the month ahead. We're going to be checking in on how I went with my goals for last month and checking in on my progress for my year-long goals. Let's do it. Hello, my honeys. Welcome to the channel. My name is Healthy Emmy. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program. I am so passionate about simple, clean, minimalistic living and always bettering ourselves. And so I have been doing these monthly resets so that we can check in about how I'm going in my personal development and health goals. I would love to hear what at least one of your goals is for this month ahead. So go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. For the month of March, I'm going to start over in the category that I am most excited about, which is the house category. So I am going to be moving this spring/summer. I am moving in with my significant other. We're moving in together. So we're both going to leave our respective homes and move in with one another. We've been together for 4 years. And so we're really excited about this next step. So this does mean that I am selling my house that I built. I chose everything in this house and I've loved every moment of it. And I'm excited to turn the page into the next chapter. So in order for me to be able to sell this house, it has to be ready to be sold. And I have to do something that I've always wanted to do, which is to film and upload my minimalist house tour. This is one of those things where I've been waiting until I feel like it's ready. And what I learned last month from one of my goals, which was to film my minimalist capsule wardrobe, was that ready is a myth that is going to keep you where you are and prevent you from growing. If you wait until you're ready, you're going to be waiting your entire life. And I set the goal. I said on my YouTube channel I was going to film my capsule wardrobe, and I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's just film it. I filmed it last week, and the response that I got on it was so positive, and it made me so happy that I have a community here that likes that content. And I'll tell you what, honeys, I would have never filmed that video because it would have never felt ready. But I said, I just have to do it because I made it a goal. And when I say I'm going to do something, I have to do it. So I am going to do the same thing here. So in the month of March, I am going to be filming my minimalist house tour. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for that. Now, the great thing about being a minimalist is that when it comes to moving, it's not as stressful and overwhelming as if you are a maximalist or if you have a lot of things and a lot of stuff. I have the bare minimum of what I need to be happy and comfortable. But I want to get to the point where, and I have to do this month. This is my goal for the month. I am ready to pick up and move. Such a freeing energy to hold in your day-to-day life is not feeling rooted and grounded, for me personally, not feeling rooted and grounded in one place because you're weighed down by so much stuff. I was talking to my friend about moving, and she was like, oh my goodness, moving is such a headache. It's just so much stuff to pack up. And when you don't have so much stuff and things to pack up, you don't carry that burden with you. And my moving experience is going to be quite effortless. When I moved into this house, I packed all of my stuff in like 2 hours. Every item that I owned was packed in 2 hours. Now, the thing about owning a house is I own a sofa, I own a chair, I own a mirror, I own a television, I own a bed. These are all things that I'm going to have to consider to make myself move ready. So I'm going to have photos taken this month. We're going to list it and see what happens. I'll probably be moving May or June. I would love to move like May 1st would be a great move date for me. But that's kind of out of my control. It depends on how my house sells, how quickly it sells, which hopefully it'll go quick. The next goal that I have here that I want to talk about because I'm super excited about it, just my obsession with my new primary food of reading. And this stems from last month's goal. Last month's goal was to read at least 4 books. I've been reading literally a book a day of novels. And I'm talking chick lit. I am talking beach reads. I'm just getting lost. The novel genre that I've really been loving is I love Ellen Hildebrand. You know, as a gal who, I'm a Boston gal, Nantucket is a place that I went to every summer, and Nantucket is so near and dear. Ooh, sorry, I hit the microphone. Nantucket is so near and dear to me that Ellen Hildebrand novels just absolutely do it for me. So if anybody reads Ellen Hildebrand and is like, oh, you would like these novels too, please do let me know. I've been obsessed with just reading every single day. One of my best friends is a ferocious reader, and she is part of a book club. So I asked her if I could join her book club, which, by the way, guys, in order to have a friend, you have to be a friend. And if you want to get involved with other social commitments, invite yourself. Ask if you can be a part of it. Don't just sit around all day waiting for some knight in shining armor to get you involved in certain social groups. Go and ask if you can be a part of it. We're all adults. You can do this now. This isn't high school or middle school where, you know, you have to get an invite. So I just said, can I join your book club? And she was ecstatic. She was like, yes, oh my God, I'm always trying to get people to join. And that's what reignited my love for reading. And I can't even say that I always had a love for it. I was always a great student. I was an A+ student, but English never did it for me because I liked the answer to be the answer. I liked that in math class, 76 was the answer, and you couldn't tell me. I was done. I was right. I got it. Spanish, you translated it correctly. That's how you say it. Done. English you couldn't do that. So that's what frustrated me, because I could turn in an A+ paper, but an English teacher could say that it was a B. Whereas with math, I got the answer right. So it's 100%. Give me my 100%. So anyway, all of this to say, in the month of March, what I'm doing is I'm trying a bunch of different book clubs. I've signed up for a ton in my area, and I'm really excited to go try them out, knowing that I'm not going to love all of them. I'm not going to stay in all of them. When you're exploring new primary foods, you have to go into it knowing I'm not going to like everything that I do, but that's a part of the learning experience. And if you don't like it, it makes for a good story, right? And they're all over during the month. Some are during the weekdays as well, which kind of leads into the next thing that I want to talk about in terms of my emotional health, what my March goal is. So my March goal for my emotional health is to work on my work-life balance. Any workaholics? Hey, we have a meeting at 4 p.m. today, and I'm the president of the Workaholic Club. I'm addicted to working. I'll be the first to say it. I absolutely am. I have the blessing and curse of loving what you do so much that you become so wrapped up in it that the real world around you, reality, that doesn't exist. All that exists is my clients. You know, I get so wrapped up in my work. It is my world. So where I'm going with this is staying in the stage of change, which is just gathering awareness. Awareness is the catalyst of change. We have to be aware of what we're doing in order to make changes here. So during this next month of March, I'm just going to survey and I'm going to take the non-judgmental approach of the observer and saying, that's interesting. It is 7 p.m. You signed off from Slack and from your client portal at 5 p.m., but for the past 2 hours, you've been editing that YouTube video. Or for the past 2 hours, you've been making more modules for the Slim on Starch program. Perhaps you put that away and you read your book instead. It's so ingrained in me to always be working that I'm going to have to remind myself, or at least gain awareness of the fact that I could be doing something differently. I also am going to, notice I'm not saying I want to, I'm saying I'm going to. I'm going to grant myself open free time where I shut off the watcher. What do I mean by the watcher? The watcher is the part of it's the internal audience, really. It's the internal audience that says, oh, you're reading a novel right now? That's not productive to your clients. You should be making a module for the Slim on Starch program. You should be responding to client messages. There might be some there. That is not accurate thinking from the internal audience, from the watcher, the judge. I was going to say the judger, but judge is a noun, one who judges. That's really not accurate, because rest, open time, primary foods, those are so productive. And we don't even have to label it as that, because if you're a workaholic, you're also addicted to productivity. And it's important to recognize that absolutely rest and play and free time is productive. But even if it wasn't, that's okay too. We're allowed to do something that is totally unproductive because it contributes to our mental and emotional health. I'm a better coach for my clients when I have free time to play. I'm a better coach for my clients when at 5 p.m. I'm opening up my novel as opposed to opening up my laptop. We don't even have to justify and say that, really. I could say that I want to do that because that's part of enjoying life and being a human. So this is a big one for my emotional health. Journaling. In the month of February, I was doing my own prompts. But for the month of March, I'm going to go back to doing my 5-minute journal. The 5-minute journal, and the reason for this being is because the journal prompts totally served me in the month of February, and I did my own journal prompts. I wrote up my own journal prompts and I did them, and it was great. However, for this month of March, I'm gonna shift toward focusing on the long game, longevity, and sustainability with my journaling. February was a really big deep dive in terms of journaling and my thoughts and analyzing my thoughts. So I'm going to kind of come up for air and come up for a breather in terms of journaling, but I'm still going to journal every day. I'm just going to do the 5-minute journal so that it's quick and it's easy, and I can still keep that habit and routine going. As far as my physical presentation goes, really looking forward to this one. So I'm going to invest in natural, lightweight, high quality makeup. And I went on Sephora's website, and I'll just do it right now so that you guys can see. I was doing this last night because, when we make our goals, we need to actually lie out how are we going to get there. And so I was thinking, okay, step 1, I'll go on Sephora's website and I'll see what's going on there. Is there any natural skincare? And what I found was, yes, clean makeup. So there exists within Sephora's realm, you can get the Clean at Sephora label, which it's, derived from plant-based ingredients. You can choose if you want clean. You can choose if you want vegan. You can choose if you want cruelty-free. So I love that they have this. What I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to make a primary food out of it and go with my mom. So my mom and I love to go out and shop and go to the mall together. So I think we'll go together perhaps this weekend. Yeah, definitely this weekend. It's Friday right now. I got plans tonight, so I'll see all my friends tonight, and then tomorrow my mom and I, there's a snowstorm coming, so if we can, we'll head over to Sephora. For my content creation, this is kind of exciting. So I'm going to set up next month's reset a little bit differently. So what I've done here is I've laid out for you what my goals for the month of March are. And what I'm going to do moving forward is this. I'm going to do one monthly reset video at the end of the month that it's storytelling. So the beginning of the video is going to be me at the beginning of the month laying out my goals. And then I'm going to be vlogging in little bits and pieces throughout the month and put it all together so you can watch me as I'm taking the steps to achieving my goals. So the next video that you're going to see come April is going to be the story of March and the story of me reaching my personal goals in March. And it's going to be really fun because every time you get a new episode of that, you will come along and reach the goals with me and be a part of the story. I, of course, am going to check in with my goals every Sunday. How else am I going to make them happen, baby? All right, those are my March goals. So now let's check in with how I did on my February goals. At the beginning of February, I decided that I was going to rework my February goals. I filmed it. I was sitting right here. I filmed it on the same day I filmed the reset with my parents, and then I deleted the footage. Here were the goals that I set for the month of February. I originally made ones at the end of January, but then I sat down again and really thought about it, and I filmed it and it's gone. But I swear on Bear, my cat Bear, and Versace that I filmed reworking these goals at the beginning of February. Anyway, I killed it. So I wore my SPF every day when I left the house. Let's see, I'm gonna put check marks here. I wore my SPF every time I left the house. I used up all of my face masks. I did my heatless curls. And you know what? My heatless curls I'm not going to do every single day because I just feel so much better when my hair is pulled back. I can think better. But on days where I do want to be presentation ready, I am going to do my heatless curls. And I'm going to give myself a check for being camera ready for vlogging because I vlogged quite a lot in February, and I vlogged while I was working toward these goals, which I'll show you a little bit of. Meditation before every meal does not even have to be a goal of mine anymore because it's just so ingrained in who I am. And what I'm doing now is really exciting. I have recorded myself saying affirmations that really resonate with me, and I will meditate as I listen to myself saying the affirmations that I want to ingrain in my brain, and it has worked. I swear, when you're in a meditative state, there's something that happens to your brain that just makes it impressionable. And now that my brain is hearing my voice out loud, so I've processed this verbally, and then I'm processing it again through an auditory sense in the state of meditation. So now my brain is automatically having those thoughts. The ones that I wanted to have a month ago are now automatic thoughts. Amazing, right? I also did get a massage. My significant other gifted me a massage for my birthday. I did journal as I was talking about, and I actually decided against this goal to make new journal topics. I thought that was going to be my goal, but I decided that I didn't want to do that. That was not going to serve me. And because I have an X here, I don't consider this to be a failure. I actually consider this to be a win and this is where meeting a goal does not necessarily mean it's a win, and not meeting a goal doesn't necessarily mean it's a loss. Because if you set the goal to kill a cat every day and you reach that goal, I'd be like, that's not good. So just because you reach a goal doesn't mean it's good, and just because you don't reach a goal doesn't mean it's bad. Read self-development books. So let me show you a little bit of what that journey was looking like. I'm currently reading 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. Absolutely am loving this. My only caveat is this. This is a book that you don't want to listen to. It's a book that you want to actually get the physical book for, because there's so much wisdom in here. It's like drinking water through the fire hose. It gives you so much, and it jumps around a lot. So she'll present all of these fantastic lists that just change your perspective and can apply to anything in your life. But, number 6 on the list will be something to do with your self-esteem. And then number 7 on the list will be something to do with sleep. And then number 8 on the list will have to do with travel. It just bounces around so much. You're like, wait, hold on, slow down. So definitely would suggest this book. It is fantastic. It is definitely a book that you would want to buy and keep on your bookshelf to go back to very often. But what's great about the fact that I'm listening to it is I can listen and just sort of gather the things that I know, I want to go back and read that again. So this might be one where in the future I do make a purchase for and put it on my coffee table, maybe in my home, my next apartment with my significant other. But for now, I'm just going to listen to the whole thing through, and then when I'm ready to purchase it, I'm going to purchase it and keep it and go back to it. So I read that book. I also read The Anxiety Audit. That's a good book. If you struggle with anxiety and you're looking for tactical tools and how to understand your anxiety, that's a good one. What else did I read? After reading those 2 self-development books, I decided that reaching that goal was actually going to be of detriment to me because I was starting to resent it. I didn't want to read that. I wanted to read novels instead. So I have read in the past month Golden Girl by Ellen Hildebrand, The The Boardwalk Bookshop by Susan Mallory, Love the One You're With by Emily Giffen, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, that was our book club book, and Summer Hours. I read those this month. And then I believe, let's see what I read on. I've been using the app Libby, which is like literally, why does anybody have Audible? If you just have a library card, get Libby and you can listen to all the audiobooks for free. I started Summer House. I wasn't really getting into it. Oh, I read this book, Unblank Yourself. I don't want to, but that was a good one too. You know what I loved about that book? And this is what I'm going to use with my clients. He says, you are either willing to make a change or you are unwilling to stay the same. And one of those is going to resonate with you more. And what I like, what feels really powerful to me is I am unwilling to stay the same. How much power there is in that in order to ignite you into making a change. So I ended up reading 9 books this month. As far as my house goes, I did have the goal of getting new serviettes and dish towels. My capsule wardrobe, filmed it. Just filmed my capsule wardrobe video. Here it is, if you haven't seen it. And I'm so happy I did it. This is what's so good about setting goals and holding yourself accountable, because I told you guys that I was going to do it. And so I had to do it. And was I ready to do it? No, I wasn't ready to do it, but I'm so happy because I think I'm liking how it came out, and I'm happy that I did it and it's done. And I gotta this is how you keep moving the needle forward with the person that you want to be. I want to be somebody who makes capsule wardrobe videos, but if I waited until I was ready, I would never have a capsule wardrobe video up. And so, I'm looking forward to my next monthly reset where I'm talking about more so the content that I want to put on my channel. And I love this. You have to say your goals out loud to somebody and have them hold you accountable. Otherwise, perfect is going to be the enemy of done, and you'll never get these things done. And you got to start living as the person that you want to be today, right now. What are we waiting for? So I did the capsule wardrobe video. It's done, baby. And I did not want to do it. I was like, I don't think it's ready. I don't feel like that I should do it right now, but I have to. It's February 25th. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday. It's February 25th. February is the shortest month. We just got to get it done. Looking for new plates and bowls. I didn't do this because, well, I guess I kind of did. I started to look for them and it felt too much like I was trying to check something off of my list. And that was not the energy that I wanted to bring to it. So I started to look for them, and I really want to enjoy the process of finding my new plates and bowls, and I don't want it to feel like a chore. So I decided that I was going to hold off on that. All right, for my content creation, I absolutely vlogged more. I would have never vlogged Valentine's Day if I didn't write down this goal. So I vlogged more. I vlogged my birthday, vlogged a little bit here and there. As far as changing up my YouTubes, yeah, I would say that, because the videos that I filmed that came out in February, I think I had 3 vlogs that came out in February that were a lot more casual than I normally would make. And they got positive responses. So I was happy about that. My monthly reset vlogging during the month, I did do this, but because I accidentally deleted the footage from the beginning, it doesn't really make sense now. So I mean, I've put in a few of the vlogs while I was doing them. So I did do that. And then my Instagrams, let me show you how that went, because I did vlog during the month. My thoughts on this. So I just finished shooting some content for Instagram, and I am just loving this. This feels so aligned to me. I'll put up what the reels are looking like. It's my aesthetic, it's clean, it is presentation that I'm proud of, versus this is what my reels used to look like. And the reason why I was doing that was because with the trends always changing, you have to keep up with the trends in order for people to see your content. And I'm in a place now where I want to make content that I just feel so proud of. And if my next door neighbor landed on my Instagram page and said, hey, I saw you on Instagram, I would feel that that is an accurate representation of the way that I like to present, and for new clients that land on my page to be able to see how my brain operates in a very clean manner. So I'm just loving the way that these are coming out as opposed to what my content used to look like. And I feel, inner peace is when your thoughts and your actions align. And that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. So it's a good feeling. For primary foods, fashion, I made a capsule wardrobe video. I did not buy any new clothes, and I joined the new book club. For education with Spanish, my goal was to watch every show with Spanish subtitles. Did I do this? Sí. Pero cuando estaba viendo con otras personas, no podía hacerlo. Pero cuando estoy solo, yo vi con subtítulos. And I checked in with my goals every Sunday. Let me know what your goal is for the month of March. And if you enjoyed this video, I love you, honey's. I'll see you in the next one.